Hi everyone, today we're drawing a random creature. So let's start. Basic paper, doesn't matter what type today, and just a HB pencil, doesn't matter how cheap today. All you're doing is doing a basic design. So to start with, very lightly, not too much pressure, draw a tiny circle. Now draw a circle underneath that circle. Okay, so tiny circle, big circle. Do a bean shape above the small circle. So small circle, medium, and bean shape. Next, we do a line from that top of that bean as long as you like. This is all up to you. You can do it as long as short as you like. I'm going to just go to here. And then I'm bringing it all the way back to here. Then I'm going to come back to the eye. I'm going to go top of the bean here. And I'm going to do a circle, little circle here, not too big, not too small. Now I'm going to do a wiggly line just off the top of it, and I'm going to leave it like that. That's my place marker. So next I'm going to come to the end of this little shape and put a tiny dark oval. That's our nostrils. Then a tiny bit below that I'm going to do a kind of semi-C U shape, and another one just bumping into that circle. And then I'm going to turn it upside down and I'm going to do a V shape. And I want my V to meet up basically with the centre of the eye. So the longest point is going to be there. And then I'm going to bring this back to the circle. And this circle at the top, I'm going to bring down. I'm going to put a little circle, little half arch there to meet them up. So I've done a small circle, bigger circle, a bean shape over the eye, a little circle next to that bean. I've joined the top of the bean with straight lines, or straightish, up to the bottom circle. I've done a little arch shape, another arch shape, and then a V shape with the centre of the V meeting the centre of the eye. And then I've joined them up at this side. I'm going to add a little bit of a dome here. And this is the most basic structure that you can do. So we're nearly there. As you can see what the shape's going to be. It's the cosmetics that make the difference. So I'm going to do another little shape here, just a knobble. And now I'm going to design my horns. And I'm going to follow my original curve. I'm going to come back and meet up at the bottom of that. Now this is where I'm going to do a difference. I'm going to do some lines just part way on. So then I'm going to come to my first line. I'm going to do a little bump, go to my second line, a little bump, next line, little bump. And you can do this as tight or as loosely, so as much space or as close together as you like. And then on the bottom I'm going to do a longer shape. So I'm going to come from the bottom, I'm going to do a long shape, little line, this one, I'm going to line up. And they should, if you've put your line, if you can still see your line, they should match up. Now my shapes, these are going to get a little bit shorter as they go further down. There we go. And that's going to be my horn design. Pretty fancy, isn't it? And I'm just going to add in shadows to indicate that there's another horn on the other side of the animal's head. You don't have to do this now, you can do it later on. But it just gives it some dimension. So I'm coming back to my centre eye. I'm going to come along and I'm going to do a little D shape here. Kind of like a D, like an oval. And a tiny one in front. And then I'm going to shade these very, very, very lightly in. But I'm going to join them together with the shading. Using the areas or the area of where the sinuses are. I'm going to go over to my nostril and I'm going to put some little wrinkles around it. And that gives our character more character. Now next I'm going to come along to the jaw and I'm going to put some little lines in, just little straight lines. And that's going to be like the gums, or the lips if you like. Now for my chin, I'm not going to come straight down. I'm going to come off at a slight angle. I'm going to pull the chin backwards. So I'm going to use that first line that I made as a little way marker. I'm going to come below it and then back up to it and then back onto that line. Now if you want to add teeth, this is where you can add some teeth sticking out the jaw. Now when my V starts to be a V, I'm doing a tiny little circle, and that's just where there's a muscle attachment for the jaw, which is up here. It all joins up. Now to finish off this jaw, I'm going to come all the way over to this point, and I'm going to do a little like C, backward C shape, and then I'm going to come downwards to where this line is, where we used the line earlier, and join it up there, because this part will be the deepest part of the jaw, and this is the area called the jugal. So now I can start adding a little bit of detail. So I'm gonna tidy up my horns and make them look more horn-like. Be careful what I say there, haven't I? And I'm just adding in a little tiny bit of shadow. I apologise if I'm fast with this. This is really hard for me to slow down. And then for our neck, you go to the top of the head and you do whatever shape neck you want. Then you come to the bottom, you know where that little dot is. If you start from there, keep it quite thin, and then bring an S curve round. Now to make this neck more believable, you could build it with ovals, so you know your dimensions. Or I tend to try and have a look at real animals, and I try and find the muscles. So I know there's like a big muscle here. I know there's another one here. And I know a couple of bits here as well. So that just helps me map out what I'm after. Now you can add a little bit of shadow under here. And then add some details around the eye. Now your ear can go anywhere. You can have ears up here, you can have ears down here. That's where your imagination can go. And if I want to, I can add some lumpy bumpy bits. And that is roughly how I would start off drawing a very, very, very basic creature. And as I say, from here, I can add in spikes, I can add in armour, and just by putting a tiny bit of shading in there, I can give it a little bit more depth. And I'll put some shadow behind these, maybe a couple of loose scales here and there, just to indicate texture on the skin. And if you want a line to be stronger, you can, because you've done your drawing so light, you can come back over it, and without adding too much pressure, just keep the same pressure, but you can go back over it and it'll layer up and make a darker line. I just added a tiny weeny bits of detail, and that's how I draw a really basic creature. Now you can model this off real animals or use your imagination. If you start by studying real animals, you will find that your imaginary creatures look a little bit more realistic, and it can help with creating characters and worlds. But I hope this has helped inspire you to have a go at drawing a random creature. And until next time, all the best everyone, and happy drawing to you all.